Mm.
the issue about directors' duties and responsibilities and why it becomes so important is at the shadow of insolvency, where there is a potential insolvency, the directors' duties change. They change from promoting the success of the company to acting in the best interest of the creditors. And that is a very fundamental shift, because when you're acting on behalf of the company and its shareholders to promote the success of the company, there are many different things you may do. But where you're acting and to promote the interests of the creditors, that may fetter quite a lot of the potential restructuring. And that's particularly relevant, I think, in terms of, and this is the kind of scenario that I have, is people coming into us and saying, well, can I transfer my asset to X? Can I do Y? Can I look towards some asset protection? And where you have the shadow of insolvency, where the company is potentially insolvent and goes into a process later, any of the transactions that the company has had over any period of time, to be desperately frank, if they've done it with the intent of putting the assets beyond the reach of creditors, can be set aside. There are also time limits in terms of antecedent transactions, such as transactions at an unknown value and preferential payments as well. These are all things that they might do in the lead up to an insolvency process, which, with the benefit of hindsight, the insolvency practitioner looks back, looks at what the directors have done, and can unwind those transactions. Personal liability can result to those directors as well for the misfeasance, the breach of duties, if they have been doing things in the shadow of insolvency. And the biggest bark of UK insolvency law is wrongful trading. I have to always say, I think it's got the smallest bite, but it is the biggest bark. And wrongful trading is the fact that the directors have to consider whether they knew or ought to have known that there was no reasonable prospect of avoiding administration or liquidation, i.e. avoiding an insolvency event. And if they carry on trading past that particular point, then they can be personally liable for the additional loss that is occasioned to the company and its creditors.